Hello everybody, how are you? I would like to start to say thank you for the 50 subscriptions, and as I said, now I will give up to you the tutorial to how to turn on your PlayStation 4. And as I explained, we will not use any device for that, okay? So my proposal here is to don't use any device. So it's like a trick that I did, and I will try to explain in a simple steps for you, everybody. And thank you again. Gratitude for to subscriptions and to follow the channel. I need to ask you all to share this to help me grow so I can make better movies in videos in English, I mean. In this moment, I will only uh, teach you how to turn on your PlayStation 4, but everything is possible, like turn off, browse the PlayStation, but there is a lot of functions. I think that some people will identify that possibilities, but I will explain more in another tutorial on future. Again, gratitude for everybody. To start to create this routine, I will show you what we will need. I said that we will not need any device, but I mean smart device. We will need something, but I believe that everybody have what we will need. So don't took me wrong. I just would like to please you all to sorry me for the bad descriptions. I'm trying to do my best to translate it after I did this in Portuguese before, alright? We will start at the Windows, at the computer. As I said, I will use Windows, but you can use any OS, Linux, Mac OS. The first thing that we will do, we will install the Node.js. All the links will be at the descriptions. First of all, we'll go to the link of the Node.js. As I said, I will use Windows for that tutorial, but you can use for Mac or for Linux. I did not try, but I know that it works because another subscribes from my in Portuguese from Brazil told me that works. The installation is very easy. I will choose my one 64 bits for Windows, download it, execute. It's easy. It's standard installation like NNF. Next, next, finish. Just accept it. Next. Don't change the folder. Next. Don't change anything. Don't ask it to install the toolbox. Next. Install. Now you need to allow UAC. It's very fast. I did this a lot of times to do this video in the first time. Okay, finish. Now the next program. That program we will use with the SKU. If you know trigger CMD, um, you can go on. Don't need it to see this. But if you don't, you need it to go to the trigger CMD site, as I said on the description. You need to log on. If you don't have a login on at that, please create. If you don't know nothing about Trigger CMD, there's a lot of tutorials over the internet. My proposal here is not to go deep on that, but I'm just giving some explanation in the original Portuguese video. Okay, you log in. And I did on a clean environment to show from just the beginning. Now I needed to download the agent for the Windows, the first thing. Okay, I will add a computer. Look that he will show me a token and the versions I will download for Windows. Very fast too. It's my first video, my first translation. Please understand. Install after the download. This installation it's very odd. So in the first time that I did, I think that there's some problem, but that is not. It's like that, okay? So you need to wait for that weird screen. I will speed up. Now we will run. After that, we need to put the token. So go to the website, copy your code with the shortcut or right click. Only the shortcut works here, so Control V, sign in. Now we have the agent installed at the taskbar. Now we have the Node.js installed and the trigger CMD installed at the computer. We can click on the right click on that, GUI commands. I exclude everything because the proposal here is not to use that, so just to explain a little bit, as I said, take a look on other tutorials over the internet, but here we can create triggers with commands and use that with the Alexa. At this moment, I will not create anything. Now, the cool thing of the tutorial. What everybody are curious to understand, the wildcard. What is that wildcard? I will let on the description this website that I will show at the screen, but it's only for reference. It's a project on GitHub that the name is PS4 Waker, and this is work with the WAL protocol, Wake on LAN, that we can use at our computers. I already have a skill for that named WAL that you can use it to turn on your computers and do a little research to find it. We will not use that, but just to explain, it's the same process. So if you needed to see, to understand how script works, you have this website at the descriptions to see all the project. It's a free project at the GitHub, as I said. But how will you install it? After the node installation, we will find a command prompt with that name node gs command prompt. For the first time, we needed to use that one to install the script, the package PS4 Waker. Here we will use that command that I will show you to install the script, to install all the package. npm space I space the name of the package PS4 dash Waker space dash G. It's a global installation. It's downloaded the package. Okay. At this moment, we have everything that we need at the computer. Now we will move to a little things that we need to do at the PlayStation and at the our mobile phone, our smartphone. Please turn on your PlayStation before the next step. Do this. It's mandatory, okay? Turn on. Now, at your smartphone, Android or iOS, you go to the store of the applications and find for that PlayStation or PS4 second screen. Download it, install it as a standard. Open it. You need to start your section of your PSN account, the same one that you use on your PS4, okay? Use the same here. Put your data over there. And just a little explanation about you can take a look. Close it. And now, as the PS4 is turned on, as I asked before, we can see our PS4 there. That's my one. Now we need to do another setup. It's very important at the point that you restart your PS4 before that, okay? It's good to do this. Close the second screen application, restart your PS4, go again, and you see your PS4 over there. It's good to do this. You will click on your PS4 now. He will try to do the connect and we will ask you for ID for that. Okay, now you go to your PlayStation 4, PS4. All the times I made the mistakes to use the name, the proper name, PS4, PlayStation, wherever. Okay, you need to go to the mobile app connection setup. It's in Portuguese on the screen, of course. Get that number, go to your smartphone on the second screen and put that number over there. Okay, now you are connected to your second screen and to your PlayStation. You can see on your PlayStation and at the second screen. Back to the computer. I'm showing the screen of the smartphone again because we will need it both. Again, restart everything before, okay? It's good, not the computer, I mean the PS4 and the smartphone, the application. At the computer now, in the same screen that we leave before, I did nothing here. I leave as the beginning. We can see on the second screen that the PlayStation is turned on. We will do this command on the computer, PS4-Waker. We needed to allow the firewall on the private network. It's mandatory. Now he need a credentials, the Sony credentials to connect to your PS4. And he did a little trick here for that. he get these credentials from your second screen application. Because of that, you needed to install it to do that process. So we follow the instructions and we'll go to the smartphone on the second screen and we refresh. When we do that, we can find another PlayStation with the name PS4 PS Waker. We click on that, and at the computer we can see that they get the credentials. And now he are asking the PIN code from the PlayStation 4. Now we go to the PlayStation 4, to the same settings menu, that is mobile app connection setup. We need to add a new device, get the code again, go to the computer with this code, and put this code at the computer. Now you can see at your PlayStation 4 that you have two devices connected and the PS4 Waker is properly set up. We will not use more the second screen applications, so you can close because they will remain forever like that. If you would like, you can delete this application from your mobile. There's no need anymore. Back to the computer with the PlayStation at the standby process. He needed to be at the standby. This is mandatory. Okay, when I say turn on, I mean turn on from the standby behavior. Now we will need to open a standard CMD command. We don't need anymore the node GSCMD. So CMD, enter. And we only needed to do at this point is to put the command ps4-waker. And as you can see, you can hear, but there is a beep from my PS4. But take a look at the video. You will see that my PlayStation 4 is starting. At the computer, we can see the whole process of the script PS4 Waker. The PlayStation is turned on. We can see that I'm connected through a tool. The PS4 Waker stopped his process. And it's important to say that the joystick came turned off, okay? You needed to get and push the PS. It's the PS button to use it, okay? After that, you can use it properly. Now I did a little joke in Portuguese. I create a routine at my Alexa that she asked to my Cortana if everything is fine. My Cortana at my computer answer it, but Alexa tell me stop with this bullshit. Cortana and me can't help you with this tutorial. So go do your job. Stop to jokes. Stop to bullshit. It's a little joke. Works better, of course, in the first video in Portuguese. Good work to me, she said. Now we will set up the trigger CMD. Okay, it's very easy. As I said before, if you know it, you already know what you need to do. You will create a trigger with a name that you would like. I use in Portuguese, of course, but what the means is PS4 on. And the command, it's simple. PS4-waker. Only this, without no path. Will be foreground. I will not discuss now for the I will run foreground. I will not discuss now the background services, okay? And even I will not discuss, is not the purpose about the parameters. You only need to put the voice trigger. I used to use one trigger for each action, so I will put PS4 on the same one, okay? This will be used at the skill of trigger CMD smart device. So I know that there is another skill that's better to use with trigger CMD, but it don't work here on Brazil. So you can adapt this part of the process for the better use at your side in the country that you are. Now we need to go to the proper setup the skill at the mobile. As I said, no, sorry. Now I test it before, okay? You can test it. I just push to run the trigger and the trigger is running, okay? Now we will move to set up the trigger. As I said, I'm using America, a USA account. It's easy here because on Brazil we don't have a lot of skills, so I prefer to do this. But there is a few things for Brazilian users that use the original video in Portuguese that I'm explaining here. If you are using American one, UK one, you don't need to worry about nothing. Everything will run fine. You can decide what to do in this point because for us only work like that. I go to skill and I search for trigger CMD. If you want to follow my tutorial, follow these steps. You can adjust later. Okay? At those skills, I will use the second one, the smart home one. That's the that works on Brazil, but you can do in another way. But follow the tutorial will works fine for you. Okay? Sorry for the any misunderstood at this point. You need to log in with your account on Trigger CMD, allow it, and he will ask to discover new devices. I will just click OK to search for new device. I will discover device. After the 14 seconds, we have a new device, and this new device is the name that we put on the TrigCMD agent at the computer at the voice parameter. Okay, is that name is the name of the device here. As I say, there is you can do in other way with trigger CMD works fine for me like that. Okay, you can adapt it. Sorry to repeat and repeat, but now if you ask to see all my devices at the Alexa application, we can see the PS4 with the name that I created. I will do nothing here. Now we will create a routine for that. And I did this because I'm Brazil. I know if you guys and using with English language, you don't need to do that. But works fine for us here. So follow the tutorial to get a better experience. When I say to Alexa, in Portuguese, of course, I say turn on PlayStation, turn on PS4, anything that don't got confused with another command. You can personalize this, you know. The first action that I will ask will be with the smart device. I will search for the PS4 on, that one that we created. We need to sometimes to refresh. Okay, find it. Just next. And now I think that we can do at the Brazilian account. So I show up this to my fellows because I use American US account that I can customize the things that Alexa say to us. You can do that. She will say to me, "Done, Ivan. Good games to you," something like that. I like to do these kind of things to receive feedback from her after the job. Created, she will speak at my Echo Dot. I will save it. Wait for sync. I just refresh the screen. My PlayStation 4 now is on standby mode, as I say. Every time it's not turned off, it's standby mode. And now I'm trying. I give the command. She said to me, "Done, Ivan. Good, good games," as we set up before. And my face of glorious that I achieved this. Maybe a little thing for someone, but I think that was very cool for me. And I know that there's a lot of people appreciate it. You do not need to buy anything. Was a promise that I will do this. About the television, we use SEC. It's explanation at the video. But as I say, I promise if I have 50 subscriptions, I did the tutorial, so I did. You don't need to buy anything. So if you like to customize your things, you can use this. Now I am show you how to set up the SEC on your television. My television it's old LG, and on my one it's the simple link is the SEC as I explained before. So I go input and I have a button simple link. Each television have the this proper way to set up this, okay? I just turn on. At the PlayStation 4 we need to go to the settings, system, and enable the option to enable link with HMI link. Gratitude. Now, some extra scenes. Another kind of joke. I say we are at the COVID moment, everybody here in Brazil at quarantine, and sometimes I would like to go to a beach, to go out, and I can't do this. After all my job, I deserve this. So I asked to Alexa to give me a proper beach mode, and she said to me that she will sunny my room and will give me a beautiful landscape. Enjoy, she said to me. All these just to say to everybody, gratitude again and keep home, stay safe.